Good evening, everybody. It's 9:30 on the East Coast, 6:30 on the West Coast on a Monday. That must mean it's time for your weekly Calamity Jane live stream. James, how are you doing on this hottest day of the year in Atlanta day? Monday.
Wow, really? You guys have a record-setting day today for heat, huh?
Not record setting. I mean, for the year, like we're nowhere
Yeah.
near like the
Oh,
record,
all
but
time.
we're
Okay, got it.
like heat index is triple digits. Um, which is, it's doubly bad because the humidity is also like at 99%.
Yeah.
um like it's so hot and it's so humid right now that like the weather, any weather app you look at just literally has no idea what's going on,
Huh. Hmm.
because at the degree of humidity and the heat, it keeps causing these like microbursts of showers. It's just these
Oh.
hyper localized
Mm-hmm.
thunderstorms that just pop up and disappear. And so, like you'll look at your weather app and it's like it's sunny outside, and then you'll look at your window and it's pouring down rain.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just one of those kinds of summers where it's impossible to identify what the hell is going on.
Well, I mean, on my side, on the West Coast, and LA, it's the same old 70-ish degrees, so we're lucky. Although I will
Yeah.
say, as we do more streams into the future, I think in the next couple of months we're expecting a La Nina slash
Hmm.
El Nino type of system coming through our way. And then, yeah, I mean, and especially for LA having rain, I'm sure that will be
Well,
newsworthy, but we'll see.
I mean, look, I lived in LA for a while,
Uh huh.
and every
You know.
November, yeah, just
Yep.
tsunami for a month straight, just
Yeah, you've seen it.
flooding everywhere. I mean, one of my favorite things is, and maybe I'm dating myself, I don't even know if it's still there, but videos of the Glendale Mall parking
Mm-hmm.
garage,
Mm-hmm.
just waterfalls of rain coming off of the stairwells. The
Yeah.
Glendale Mall
Yeah.
parking garage.
Yeah.
It's just it's just wild. Yeah. No,
So
LA
we'll
is it's
see.
it like LA gets all of its rain for the year in the span of
Mm-hmm.
30 days. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. It sounds like it's going to be a spectacle this time around. And
Oh yeah.
on top of that, as so I'm sort of a half transplant myself, being
Hmm.
from Utah, so I'm used to snow and rain. But and I'm being snobby here, so guilty as charged. But being snobby and being able to have experience points in rain and snow helps me drive on
Oh.
wet roads. But locals, I swear, it's like just add water, it's chaos. I
Yeah.
know you've seen it. I
Oh
know
my
you've been
God,
here too,
100%.
but
Yeah. No,
it
no,
is
it's
too
just
scary. You do not want to drive on rainy roads in LA if you can help it. Only
hmm
because the local knowledge, if you have it, you'll see that people don't know how to drive in the rain. They just drive
no.
the same.
Yeah, it
Um,
is yeah. It's, I mean, I feel like you can say that a lot about it, a lot of places, Seattle included. I mean, it's always pretty standard. Well, was. I haven't lived in Seattle in quite a while now, which is scary to think. But um, every the start of every rainy season, which is late September, early October, the rates of incidents of accidents would just shot through the roof
mhm.
in the first couple of weeks after the rainy season started. And I just think it's because, like, I don't know if it's still the case, but in the last few years that I lived there, the population was just exploding, right? Like it was
Mhm.
just like
Mhm.
Seattle became the go-to place. And I feel like what was happening is people were moving into the city where they weren't dealing with the rainy season, and then the rainy season starts and they just like lose their mind or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the first couple of weeks, maybe more, of the rainy season in Seattle was just like accident here, accident there, accident here, accident there.
Mm.
Now, Atlanta, it doesn't matter. Atlanta is just an absolute disaster, no matter how you slice it. Literally this, well, in the last week, not like, Monday to Monday, right? This is not an exaggeration. There were 5 accidents that shut down whole swaths of the city on the interstates because they were so bad. There was like 5 or 6 cars
Man,
involved, right?
and
In the
that's pretty
span of
intense.
1 week, there were 5 accidents that shut down main thoroughfares through the city.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, not fun.
Oh man, I just lost you on the microphone. You're really echoey right now.
How about that?
There
Better?
we go. There we go. There
Yeah, I
we
was
go.
just grabbing it right now. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Cool.
Atlanta is, and this is not speculation. This is just fact. One of the worst cities to drive in the entire country. So, uh, yeah, I've driven thousands of miles in LA and driven even more miles in Seattle, and I've driven all over this country. I spent 2 weeks driving in Ireland on the left side of the road, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, Atlanta is the worst place that I have ever had to drive in my life.
Atlanta. Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Considering you've trekked around LA and Seattle, and to say that Atlanta's the worst,
yeah. And
that's
those are just places that I've lived. I mean, I've driven in most places in this country
yeah,
at this point, you know.
sure.
But yeah, no, Atlanta is just, yeah, it is a constant terror to drive in this city.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Just drive safe and stay safe,
Yeah,
my friend,
always,
as best you
always.
can.
Yeah.
Um, we'll move on to lighter subject matter, and we'll talk about our cartoon for a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, we
Um,
we definitely spent some time rambling like old men. So it's time to make ourselves look like hip, happening young kids again for.
I don't know about that, but sure, I'll give it a shot. You can carry the young and hip part of it while
Oh,
I just
yeah,
try to
indeed.
doodle.
Famously, I
Um,
am young and hip.
I'll roll into what we're working on
Yeah, here
tonight.
we
I
go.
mean, anybody who's ever seen our stream or just joining in, this is where Eric and I will hang out and talk about pop culture stuff while we hang out in the writer's room and I animate away and we work on our Calamity Jane cartoon and talk about random stuff all at the
Hmm.
same time.
Which you've
Um,
already been introduced to at this point. So welcome. It doesn't it this
yes.
never changes.
So for tonight's scene, I'm going to have Sally walking through between Mayor and Mitchell
Hmm.
to talk to Calamity Jane. That's going to be the plan tonight. So this is a 3 character shot. So I'll be using some assets from our library to kind of
Hmm.
build this.
Hmm.
And yeah, we'll see where I get to tonight. With that, it won't. I don't think it'll take very long. It's literally 2 poses for the most part
Hmm.
between the two guys up there as they frame Sally as she comes through to say what's wrong, all that stuff. So anyway, that's where we're at tonight. So yeah, we'll keep on trucking.
Okay. Um, well, we were talking off the stream about Reacher season 4. The first
Uh
3 episodes are out, and I haven't. I love the show. I'm just gonna say that,
huh.
but I
Hmm.
need to. I feel like I need to add context because it's. I also say that I love Twin Peaks, but Reacher and Twin Peaks are not.
Not close.
They're not close, right?
Not close, man.
Reacher is a
Yeah.
fun, mindless male power fantasy kind of show, right?
Hmm.
And I'm super excited too because one of his allies, Neely, they spun her character off into her own show, and that also looks as ridiculously over the top as Reacher. So I'm super excited about that. That I get twice the amount of Reacher esque content. Um, the stories aren't great. The acting is not great. But Alan Ritchson plays this basically Adonis of a human being who is
Yeah.
effectively immortal, who is brilliant in all of the ways Batman wishes he could be brilliant, right? And it's just awesome. It's awesome to see just a generic, boring, predictable guy kick ass. I don't know. Sometimes it's just like it's a nice pipe cleaner of the soul, if you will. It's
Hmm.
simple, it's not complicated, it knows what it is, and it's just kind of fun to watch, right?
Yeah.
And I
You've been
know,
telling me about Reacher for a
yeah,
while since season 1. You were telling me
yeah,
about it and how much you liked it. So
and
it
nothing
sounds
has
like it's
changed.
been
It's exactly
consistent.
the same. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, I was introduced to Reacher watching it at my cousins over the weekend, and
Mm-hmm.
we started with season 4, right? Is that what
Mm-hmm.
we said? Season
Yeah,
4?
season
Yeah,
4.
the
Yeah.
latest season. And so right away, it kind of gave me throwback vibes of like a typical 80s, you know, drama type of show, cop show kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where there's not much, you don't have to the script doesn't, it's just a hero show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's got everything's convenient for him to survive somehow, even though there's some peril, but you never really worry about him too much.
No.
Um, it's a fun show. You kind of just check your brain out the
Oh
door, and
yeah.
you watch it,
100%.
and it's fun.
Yeah.
It's funny. You were saying how you're saying he's everything that Batman wishes to be. Rumors were, I don't know if it's gonna stick or not, but he was supposedly kind of flagged to be the next Bruce Wayne for Batman for James Gunn, but I don't know how
Yeah.
much there's
No,
traction there is to
that
that.
was a huge fan push. There was never
Okay.
that was never something that was going to happen. I mean, of
That's a
course,
bummer. He'd be great as
I think
Bruce
he
Wayne, I
would actually
think.
be great. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean like, Dark Knight Returns style, like just
Yeah.
bulky,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
brutish,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like he I mean, not that I loved the Zack Snyder take on Batman, but I feel like he would have been a better fit for that role than Ben Affleck would have been.
Uh-huh.
Given the nature of like, obviously, Snyder took very heavily from the Dark Knight Returns aesthetic and kind of like, nature of who the character was at this point, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think Richens could have done a really great job on that, but no, it was never considered. It was totally a fan design.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a bummer.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I was looking forward to it was kind of fun to think about him being Bruce Wayne.
yeah. Well,
Shame that it's simply a rumor, but
I don't know. So this is the thing that I've said to everybody, and it's the reason why for me Michael Keaton is still well, that and oh my god, how can I forget his name? He played
Not Christian Bale.
No, he played him in the animated series.
Oh, Kevin Conroy?
Oh, thank you, Kevin Conroy. Oh my
Uh-huh.
god, I can't believe I
Yeah.
forgot his name. Yeah, those two to me represent the epitome of Batman. Anybody can play a dude in a suit. That's
Hmm.
easy, right?
Yeah.
So playing a character wearing a bat suit and a cape, beating up thugs, you can cast anybody you want to play that role. It doesn't matter, right?
Hmm.
The casting has to come from playing Bruce Wayne, right?
Hmm.
And in terms of who has done that best in all of the performances, it's Kevin Conroy and Michael Keaton, in my opinion.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it is because both of those actors do such a good job of code switching so easily between the Batman persona and the Bruce Wayne persona.
Hmm.
I don't think Christian Bale or Michael Keaton or not Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer or George Clooney or I don't know. I like Robert Pattinson. I think he's a great actor,
Hmm.
but like in the Batman, which I did finally watch,
Hmm.
anybody who meets his portrayal of Bruce Wayne should go, "Oh, so you're Batman, right?" Because they are indistinguishable from each other. Like the
Hmm.
character he plays as Bruce Wayne and his character as Batman are the same character, and that's not, in my opinion, a particularly good representation of the character. Kevin Conroy and Michael Keaton just both do this incredible job of through their mannerisms, through their cadence, their intonation, their facial expressions, their body language, differentiate. Like there is a subtext of multiple personality disorder, just like with the Incredible Hulk with Batman, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And I think that Keaton and Conroy are the ones who embody that notion the best of anybody who's played Batman.
Hmm.
And so that's why, like in terms of the movie versions, it's still always Batman '89 because It's just because Keaton did such a good job of finding a way to inhabit both of those personalities.
Hmm.
You know, Ben Affleck, I mean, he just played Ben Affleck, right?
Yeah,
In
he
the
did.
Snyder movies. Like there
Hmm.
wasn't anything special about him. And I hate Christian Bale, which should not be as a
We talked
performance.
about this
I don't
every.
know. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
him as a person. I'm saying I don't like him as a performer, and I feel like he plays just Christian Bale in everything that he's in, and Batman is not an exception, right?
hmm,
Robert Pattinson I do like as a performer, but the way he was directed, uh he basically just there was no distinction in his personalities in the movie he was in. And
yeah.
you
I
know
mean, let's put. If you mind, let's. I mean, we're going to detour a little bit. I
yeah,
do find
sure.
that interesting because we all know Batman. Bruce Wayne is trying to be the polar opposite of Batman during the day,
Right.
playboy, rambunctious, jovial, whatever you want to call it, like just carefree.
Yeah.
And we saw that in all these iterations, except for the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And I do, and I'm assuming I don't know the director that well. I can't even remember his name.
Matt
I
Reeves.
think he's a okay. I think he's a Batman fan, but there was
Yeah, yeah,
definitely a choice that he
yeah.
had to have a weird blurring of the lines with Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like they were essentially the same character, except for Bruce Wayne didn't have his mask on,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden he was. And so I don't know. I do feel like it's a choice. It almost feels deliberate.
Oh
Like
no,
it doesn't feel like
I completely
it just
agree.
seems weird. It's just odd to me though. Like what was he trying to go for? A Reeves, I mean, in this case, because
Yeah,
yeah, I agree with you. Like yeah, Robert Pattinson's a great
yeah,
actor.
I
He's
really like
terrific.
him. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the Twilight series, but I did see
Well,
him in
yeah,
Odyssey, and
whatever.
he was
Yeah.
terrific in
Mm-hmm.
Odyssey. For
Mm-hmm.
example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wonder what was the motivation to have Bruce and Batman be the same, as if they didn't. There was no change.
I
I just
mean,
found that interesting.
yeah, I think you're right. It's not a Robert Pattinson. That wasn't like a choice for his character. It was
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
clearly because Matt Reeves, he directed it obviously, and I think he co-wrote it. Um, it was a director's and writer's choice for him to
Uh huh. Yeah.
play Bruce Wayne the way he did. And um and I don't really know why they chose that portrayal of it. Part of me thinks that it's just like we just need to do something different,
Yeah. Maybe it could be just
right?
simply that. Do you think it's so? You think it's more superficial? Like he just.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's very possible.
Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely different. I don't know what to make of it. Like I know we're getting a sequel soon, right? Are
Mm-hmm.
we? Isn't that?
Mm-hmm. And at least judging by the casting rumors, if all of the rumors end up being true, which they never are, but if they do end up being true, I think it'll be an absolute clusterfuck, like Batman Forever level, or I mean not Batman Forever,
What?
Batman and Robin level clusterfucks.
Oh, that's bad.
Um,
What makes you say that?
well, it's just it's just like um, there's like 12 villains who have been cast, like Scarlett
Oh
Johansson as
no.
Poison Ivy,
Oh
and so as
no.
such, and it's just like, yeah, this is it just obviously I don't know. They're just rumors, right? And so
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
most of it's probably not true. But if it does end up being true, I think it would be an absolute disaster. Uh,
Okay.
but I mean, Batman and Robin was intentionally done tongue in cheek, right?
Yeah.
Joel
Yeah.
Schumacher was a huge fan of the '60s TV show and just kind of wanted to
Mhm.
do that again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess yeah, jury's still out. We'll see. But I know it took us off our beaten path. I mean, as we went off
I
of
mean,
talk about Pattinson.
we don't really have a script here, so we're just kind of
Yeah.
we're always winging it. So, are we really off topic? I don't think so.
Yeah, but I mean, back to the Alan Richardson angle of all this, though. I mean, yeah, Reacher's a fun show, and yeah, like you were saying, what Batman, what Batman wishes he could be, all that stuff.
hmm
So here's the thing, I I like the show. I don't know what to, I don't ever, I never fear for Reacher.
No,
He always has all the answers, and he
right.
never nothing's. it's almost and I get that, I get that the writing's intentional, but there's never any threat or danger to him. I'm never
Mm-mm.
worried about the dude,
Mm-hmm.
like at all. Like everything is perfectly placed for him. And for some reason, now I'm going to transition over to John Wick. I don't know why John Wick works better for me personally
Mm.
than Reacher, and I don't know what that is, but like maybe something more messier about how Keanu Reeves acting is, or something like that, where I feel like there is more of a threat for Keanu Reeves' character, like he
Mm-hmm.
could die. Where Reacher, in the 4 episodes I've seen so far, there's never any worry, and so as a viewer, I just watch it and I'm just kind of chilling. It's fine. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's fine for exactly what you said.
Yeah.
It's a great kind of brain, check your brain at the door and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to watch an action movie, it's still a John Wick, Keanu Reeves doing this stuff.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm not can't put my finger on as to why.
Well, I mean, there's no doubt that Keanu Reeves has 100, 200 times more charisma than Alan Ritchson has. Right. I mean,
Maybe that's what it is.
he's a better actor. He's far more experienced in the action genre. Um, and I also think that John Wick is a more compelling character in that he's a force of nature. He's a force of vengeance. He's not trying to solve mysteries. He's not trying to. John Wick isn't a character. He's a pathos, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and uh there's something very primordial about that. And I think that the tension comes from this notion of if Wick dies, this sort of like primordial desire for vengeance dies with him, and like you don't want that to happen as an audience member. Like you get invested in John Wick's vengeance when you watch these movies, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But Reacher is just a guy who happens to be at the right place at the wrong time,
Mm-hmm.
who
Mm-hmm.
always has all the right answers.
Mm-hmm.
And the fight choreography is great, and Alan Richmond plays the character really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he looks the part. He's a big, brutish, good-looking guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's fine, but there's no real vengeance. There's no real reason for why, except for like the first season where he's actually trying to figure out like the mystery of his brother's murder, right?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Um, well, I mean, that's not totally true. Like last season, he was trying to figure out the murder of one of his old military buddies. But generally speaking,
Okay.
like this season and season two, he just it's just a guy who is in the right place at the wrong time, right? Or the wrong place at the right time, or whatever you want to say. But so there's no stakes with Reacher, honestly. I mean, I don't know these characters who he's avenging. I don't really
Yeah.
care, right? I just want Reacher to be smarter than everybody else and stronger than everybody else, and it works, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But John Wick, I mean, even from the first movie, whether you want to admit it or not, and I'm not speaking to you, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
speaking globally.
Generally, yeah.
Generally, you worry about John Wick's death because you want vengeance for his dog,
Yeah,
right?
you do have you get stakes right off the bat. And it's a
Right.
universal it's one of the universal things that you can root for. Oh man,
Exactly.
if you want to be a villain, kill the guy's dog, and
Yeah,
then you're guaranteed to have you'll
100%.
guaranteed to have, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
they totally trapped into that. Yeah.
you worry about John Wick dying because you want to make sure he gets vengeance for his dog, right? That's the first movie, and
No,
then what's that?
there's one thing I want to throw at you too that I think makes John Wick work a little bit differently for me than
Yeah.
Reacher, and that is it's a classic David and Goliath kind of
Mm-hmm.
situation where John
Mm,
Wick is kind of skinny. He has no physicality
mm,
whatsoever, so he looks frail. I mean, he's not completely frail, but he
right.
looks like an average Joe. He looks
Yeah.
great in the suit and everything, but he's
Yeah.
not like cut. And like meanwhile, Alan Richardson's
Yeah.
like Mr.
It's
Olympia. He's like Arnold
literally a
Schwarzenegger.
monster. Yeah.
He's
He
literally
is
a
just
monster.
a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you've got to
Yeah.
get to a point, and I've even seen like cuts of like promos where they got to get somebody a foot taller than him, and
Yeah.
I find it comical. So, okay, you got to really
They
search for Shaq in
they
order to just
really
you
leaned
know
into that in season 3.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It
So,
was great.
but
Yeah.
but Keanu Reeves, he's that's, I think, also kind of works for him too. I
Yeah.
think there's this situation where you can get plenty of people that are taller than Keanu Reeves, and then he looks almost like the everyman sort of in that
Oh
situation.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
But I
so
also
anyways, that was just
yeah,
an aside.
I think that I think you're 100% correct, and I think that those characters are serving different desires, right? Like Alan
Hmm.
Richson, sorry. Um, everything about his physicality uh, serves the whole, male power fantasy aspect of this show, right? Like
Hmm.
he is supposed to basically be a god. He's not
Hmm.
supposed to have weaknesses. He's not supposed to appear to be weak. Um, like that's the whole point. Like you watch Reacher because you want to watch Hercules come in and just destroy
Yeah,
everything,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's
Hmm.
great. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? I mean, I
Sure.
it's season 4 and I still love Reacher, right? So
Hmm.
clearly,
Yeah.
it's doing something right for me. Um whereas John Wick is you're right, he's not a monster. He's not a mountain. He is like kind of a spindly guy who is agile, who probably needs a haircut. Looks
Yeah.
great in a suit
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Um, you know, um, and so he's a little bit more relatable in that just from his physicality is a little bit more relatable. So
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
I totally see what you're talking about there.
Yeah. But it's funny. I mean, they both kind of have the same. If you just squint at them, they both have the same thing kind of going on.
It's only until you get into the weeds, and like these are
Mhm.
like this is a kind of conversation that like someone who isn't steeped in action movies or doesn't care about action movies could reasonably and legitimately go, I don't get it. What's the difference? Right.
Mhm.
And you would go, yeah, no, you're right. I can see why you would say that. It's not
Yeah.
until you get into sort of I don't know. There's no way to not be pretentious in this moment. The subtleties, if you will, of
Yeah.
Reacher and John Wick that you can kind of understand the subtle, differences between the two characters.
Mhm. Mhm.
So,
So with all that said,
yeah.
you've watched all the seasons so far. What do you think
hmm
about season 4?
I mean, so far I'm really digging it. It's gone back to sort of the um like season I think it was 2. I think I misspoke. Season 2 was the one where he's getting revenge for his buddy's murder.
Hmm.
Well, I'm just going to check this rather than um Robert Patrick Reacher. He was in second season. Yeah, so it's second season.
Hmm.
He has got his entire military operation hunting down the bad guys, right? And so like the Reacher effect is somewhat diluted because he's got a bunch of ex-military people trained by him also helping him solve this mystery.
Oh, okay. All right.
Season 3 is better than season 2, but he's still like working with the backing of an organized law enforcement agency. Like he's got a hidden phone and he calls and he does like checkups with his handlers, and he's not alone. He's not isolated. He has backup, right? Like
Uh-huh.
he's in deep cover, but he's not isolated.
Hmm.
Um
Hmm.
Season 4 to this point has gone back to sort of the season 1 where it's him and a bunch of normies who are rising above their station to take down a huge threat, right? um in this instance it's like the CIA and some sort of crime cartel. Like the CIA obviously is, this isn't a secret, this is identified in the first episode. The
Hmm.
CIA is one of the major villains of this season. right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and all of that is to say, to this point, this is as good as Reacher has been since season one.
Okay.
Um, the thing that I loved about season one, it was like Reacher in a small town with a couple of normies taking it to the big bad guys, right? Just this overwhelming momentum of force. You knew, I mean, you knew Reacher was going to win from the season, from the episode one, and
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of the point.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the point for all four seasons, but his like overwhelming strength was what was so appealing about season one, and I feel like they're coming back to that
Mm-hmm.
a little bit, where it's basically Reacher and two normies solving what's three normies in season four, solving this problem. So yeah, I mean, this is as best as the season show has been since season one,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Yeah, what's also great is how the stories are all kind of self-contained. So
Yeah, I love
again,
that
I
too.
jumped
Yeah.
in. Yeah, I jumped into it in season four, and
Yeah. You
I
didn't
don't think
miss
I've missed a
anything.
beat. I
Nope,
get
not a beat.
the simplicity is what makes it such
Yep.
a great show. You just
Agreed.
jump in,
Yep.
you know. Yeah,
Yep.
and again, I mean, I'm an old fogey, but I remember back in the '80s watching The Equalizer, for example, or
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, or
Mm-hmm.
those type of
Or
shows.
shoot. Uh oh oh my god, my brain is just not working today. It's Ryan Gosling did a movie about it recently. It's the stuntman,
Oh yeah, Fall Guy.
the
Yeah,
Fall
Fall
Guy.
Guy.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
right?
same thing,
Same
same
thing.
thing.
And it's great. I
Hmm.
love that. I mean, like in a lot of ways, The Reacher is a throwback to those late
Yeah,
70s, early 80s
yeah.
action TV shows.
Oh,
And
he's in a diner and there's something
yep,
kind of off, and then
you
all of a
know
sudden
it's
he's
gonna
in it.
happen, right? And it's
Yes.
great. And I love that. Like, and maybe it's
Yeah,
just
it's
because I'm
fun.
old and I grew up on those TV
Yeah,
shows, so I'm horribly biased. But there is
yeah,
an itch that Reacher scratches that I really love, right? I mean, I
yeah.
recognize what a superficial show it is, but I
Hmm.
still I love it.
Yeah, it's been a good show. I've been enjoying it. So thanks for the recommend.
Yeah.
All from season one, it's been on my list, and so
Yeah, I
neat that I
mean,
finally started watching it, and it's fun. It's a fun show.
the classic, this is the classic thing I say. It's like, well, if you didn't like this bit, you're not going to like any of it. So you might as well not.
Yeah.
If you have liked Reacher so far and the 3 episodes you season 4, you'll like the whole series. It is
Mm-hmm.
just wonderfully consistent. It knows what it is. Alan Ritchson knows who Reacher is. He doesn't try to bring any sort of like subtlety to the character. He gets it, and that's one of the reasons why I love him in this role. Is like he
Mm-hmm.
gets the character he's trying to play, and he owns it, and he inhabits that, and it's phenomenal. So if you like season 4 so far, 100% know that you'll like the whole series. 100%.
Yeah, I figured as much. I mean, again, you could kind of predict what the show's about right off the
Mm-hmm.
bat, and
Mm-hmm.
so it's been good.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, if you go into this looking for some sort of like super serious, Homeland or Slow
mhm.
Horses, or like really well written, well structured mysteries with conspiracy, you're going to be horribly disappointed.
Mhm. Mhm.
But if you come in looking for a fun time, something that you can kind of watch in the background, but you'd be better served watching it in the foreground, um, like I can't recommend Reacher enough.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's funny like you mentioned Slow Horses. I mean, that one's kind of a mixture of there's comedy in there, but
Mm-hmm.
there's definitely a darker undertone to it every season it feels like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the new season is just about to start, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've mentioned this before, but the thing about Slow Horses is their cadence about releasing seasons has been pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, back to
Once a
80s
year,
and
like
90s.
once a year,
Yeah, it's
guaranteed.
crazy.
Like, yeah,
I don't
it's
know what
great.
they do differently, but I wish other shows could do that because Reacher has been how long has it been? 2 years
Yeah, it's
now
been like
since
two
the
years
last.
since the last season.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and Reacher's not alone. Like every
Oh
show kind
yeah,
of does that now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, 100%. And which drives me crazy, by the way. I mean, that's
Yeah.
my. I could complain a lot about how modern television is structured, but the distance between seasons is one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I appreciate that every year I can look forward to a new season of Slow Horses. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, one that just like offends it in the extreme is Silo. Like, I haven't started watching season 3 of Silo just because I finished season 2 off over a year and a half ago.
And so you
Right.
have to catch up, watch a recap on YouTube
Yeah.
just to
And it's
learn.
just like,
Yeah.
and it's just like, oh my God, there's so much pre production I have to do just to continue watching this series. And I love Silo. I love the first 2 seasons of Silo.
hmm hmm
Um, and even still, even though I liked it that much, I'm still like, ugh, do I really want to do the legwork to remember what was going on in this show, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. It's a slog sometimes.
yeah. But again, that Reacher has an advantage. You don't need to see any of the other seasons. None of
hmm
the seasons have anything to do with. So even if it does, like it did, come out 2 years later, it doesn't matter. You don't. The only character you need to remember in Reacher is Reacher. That's it. Well, and Neely,
Yeah.
who's great too,
Yeah.
but that's it. Those are the only two, right?
Yeah.
And and
Yeah.
and every time Neely comes back in, they reintroduce her with some fucking incredible action sequence. And so it's like, okay, you don't even need to worry about that. Like, when Neely shows up, it's going to be some amazing action sequence, and then she'll be a badass just like Reacher is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super excited about Neely because she's like one of my favorite characters in that series. If having only seen season 4, you haven't met her yet. I'm sure she'll show up at some point.
It seems
Um,
like a given, like she's a
yeah.
regular,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
just from
She's
what
a
you're saying.
regular. Yeah, she's
hmm
awesome. I'm looking forward to her show too because um, it's I'm curious because it's more of a procedural than Reacher is. Like,
Uh-huh.
she is a PI, right? And that's
hmm
just part of the fiction of the character. And basically her series is her being a PI. And so it's a little less grandiose and broad like Reacher is. It's a little bit more focused on the mystery. And so I'm curious on how that plays out. But the actor who portrays Neely, whose name I am forgetting right now, which is driving me crazy. Uh, Hold on, I'm gonna figure this out because it's driving me crazy.
hmm
Um, Maria Sten. Okay, yeah, Maria Sten. Just phenomenal. Just like every time she is on screen with Reacher, it's gonna be great. They have an amazing chemistry together.
Hmm.
She's a fucking badass. Like, we've talked about this in the past, like, where are the great female action stars?
Yeah,
um
she's it.
she's it. Like, she's amazing.
Hmm.
Like,
Has she been
literally
anything
Charlize
else?
Theron level. i don't
Okay.
i don't know her from anything else other than
Huh.
Reacher. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that she's got her own show. So the show's already out, or is it coming
I don't know
soon?
if it's
Kind of
out.
thing.
It's soon. I've been seeing
hmm
trailers for it. um I don't know when it comes out. Let's see. It Oh yeah, it's September, so next month.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's soon. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, while we're on this topic of dramas and stuff like that, Amit and I started watching the show on Hulu called Furious. I don't know if you've seen that or seen the commercials
No,
for it or
no,
anything.
not familiar at all. No.
It's really good, very dark, very adult, a lot of adult themes to it,
Mm-hmm.
like that. It's very serious. It's a very serious show, but I do want to throw a shout out for that show. That show has been really, it's been so far the episodes we've seen season up to episode 4. It's
Mm-hmm.
been good. It's been very good. I've been impressed with the show. It's terrific. I mean, sad and tragic and everything else that's mixed in with it. I mean, the basic premise is female serial killer,
Mm-hmm.
and an FBI agent on her tail trying to figure it
Mm-hmm.
out things out.
Oh,
That's the basic.
interesting.
That's the basic paragraph I would say about it.
Huh.
The acting's really well done. Both leads, the serial killer and the FBI agent actress. They both are terrific.
Hmm.
Yeah. So do want to throw a recommend out there too. If you have an itch to watch something else that's a procedural crime type of thing, but it is more sad. So
Hmm.
it's,
Hmm.
there is more sadness to that one. But yeah, it's good. Really good.
Is it? Have you seen Hannibal, the TV show with
Not no, but I've heard good things about it.
amazing,
So
amazing
yeah, I
show?
would,
Yeah.
just from what you've told me about it, I would put Furious along the same lines,
Okay.
like that level,
Okay.
where
All
it's
right.
like, it's pretty dark. But yeah,
Interesting.
you've
Yeah.
you were
Oh,
who's the guy that plays Hannibal in that? The
Mads
actor.
Mikkelsen. Yeah.
Yeah, he's such a good
Phenomenal.
actor. So him
And
alone, if he's in the show, then you know it's going to be good. Like, and that's
yeah.
when he kind of cut his teeth on that show. I don't know. I've never heard of him before that until Hannibal's, where he kind of showed up on the
Yeah,
scene, at
that's a
least for
good
me.
question. Yeah, I mean,
You
it
know?
was one of the if it wasn't the first place that I had seen him, it was close to the first place that I had seen him.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, Brian Fuller was the creator and showrunner on that one, and Brian Fuller is one of my favorite show creators of all time.
What's he?
Um,
What else has he done?
well,
Brian
he
Fuller.
cut his teeth in Star Trek Voyager.
Oh.
He like kind of his like sort of origin story is he wrote a spec for Deep Space Nine that was so beloved that they
Hmm.
had to hire him. But because of the way Hollywood worked in that period, they couldn't hire him on Deep Space Nine because he wrote a Deep Space Nine spec.
What?
It's union rules stuff. I don't know if
Oh,
this is still
okay.
the case, but it's WGA stuff, right?
Okay. Okay.
But Voyager was going, so they actually hired him onto Voyager. And the best episodes of Voyagers across all of the seasons he worked on the show were all
Hmm.
written by him. Amazing writer, understands Star Trek so well. Super bummed. So he was the one who created Star Trek Discovery, and I still wish that he had a chance to do his version of Discovery, because like
Okay.
this is a guy who is extremely accomplished, cut his teeth on Star Trek, knows Star Trek in and out. I would have really loved to see Brian Fuller's version of Star Trek, but um he did Dead Like Me, Pushing Daisies,
Hmm.
Hannibal, oh, it barely lasted like 6 episodes. She it was like centered around a young woman who was like she ran a gift shop at like a park, and then just it was like maybe she had schizophrenia or maybe these other voices did exist. It wasn't clear, but all these external voices were always talking to her in the background as
Hmm.
people would come in and out of the gift shop. Yeah, phenomenal creator, just crazy weird mind, and I love creators who have just a
Yeah.
very weird lateral take on reality.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
yeah, and so he did Hannibal, and yeah, I I can't recommend that show enough. I still to this day I watched it, and it only lasted 3 seasons before it finally got canceled. I do not understand how ABC allowed that show to ever air.
It's
Um,
that graphic, huh?
it's so violent, so violent.
Wow.
But it is phenomenal.
So with 3 seasons, did they have a? I mean, so we already know about how Hannibal, Silence of the Lambs, et cetera, et cetera.
Hmm.
So did it have a nice flow into Silence of the Lambs? It's pre
It didn't get
Silence of the
to.
Lambs, right?
It was gonna Silence of the Lambs was gonna be season 4. So
Oh,
seasons
okay.
1 and 2 were kind of their own thing. Seasons
Mm-hmm.
3 was Red Dragon,
Red Dragon. Uh-huh.
which is far superior to the movie.
Ugh.
And I
Yeah.
okay, I like the movie actually. I thought Edward
Mm-hmm.
Norton did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
They should it Anthony Hop it was that the Anthony Hopkins things was a complete disaster. Like having him in the movie at all because he was so old at this point, and he just
Yeah, it didn't work, right? It was
but
kind of.
yeah, but Ray Fiennes as Dollarhide, he was great. Like there was a lot to love about that movie. I think
Mm-hmm.
it gets a lot of shit because Brett Ratner directed it, but
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was better than it had any right to be.
Mm-hmm.
Um but yeah, so had it not been canceled, because season 3 basically ends the way the movie Red Dragon ends,
Mm-hmm.
with like Clarice about to come in and have a
Okay.
conversation with Hannibal
Okay.
Lecter.
Uh-huh.
Um, And so yeah, season 4 was going to be. Oh no, I take that back. Season 3 does not end that way at all. It's very. I'm not going to spoil it,
Okay.
but anyway, but yeah, season 4 was, had the show continued, season 4 was going to be Silence of the Lambs, but because they knew they were going to get canceled, Fuller and his team completely rewrote the ending of season
Okay.
3 to something completely different. Um,
I feel like, why bother doing a Silence of the Lambs? It's already done. It was already been done masterfully as a movie.
yeah, I agree.
Why
I
why
agree.
do a TV show version of it? You're not gonna, I mean, it's kind of cool sometimes, but there's not enough time has passed to
Yeah,
go,
yeah,
hey, let's reboot this or something. I don't know.
yeah,
That's my
yeah.
opinion, but
I
yeah,
I would have been there for it.
yeah. Sounds like you really like the show and
The only
the
problem is
team.
they would have had to significantly have changed the storyline, because
Hmm.
the series is Hannibal, right?
Yeah,
And I mean, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter is an important character in the story, but he's not a
yeah.
main character in the story.
Hmm.
And they had to rewrite a lot of the Red Dragon storyline to justify why Hannibal was in it so much.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um so it would have been definitely a different take on that story. But yeah, no. It, you know, it goes back to the question of what's better, to die a hero or to fade away as a villain, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or become the villain. And it got 3 series and it went out on a 3 seasons and it went out on a high note. Yeah, can't recommend Hannibal enough. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's on my list too, eventually, one of these days. But we just got to Reacher and it's been fun. So
Yeah,
at least we got that going.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, not just Hannibal. I mean, Pushing Daisies, Dead Like
Hmm.
Me, they're both
Hmm.
great
Yeah,
shows.
I've heard of
Great
those both those
shows.
shows are good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. On my side, I think we're in a pretty good spot to wrap up for tonight. We've got
Okay.
little Sally pushing through the guys and then
Nice.
entering the scene. So yeah, nudging him over to go, hey,
I love
all
that.
that stuff.
Yeah. Love
Yeah,
that.
so she's there now. So yeah, we're in good shape for tonight's little scene. Yeah.
Can I just, like, for a second? I mean, I've seen these characters a million times, but I
Uh-huh.
just want to say how much I love your character design. Just
Oh, thanks, man.
amazing silhouettes, just incredibly unique, identifiable shapes, lots of diversity of characters, um, just from a look and feel standpoint. Just I really love what you've done with all of the characters.
Thanks so
Um,
much. But again, this is a credit, and then here we are. We're going to be patting each other on the back, but it's a writer's room thing too. The
yeah,
right, there are words that inspire the art too. So it is that's the beauty of animations. You get it's a whole orchestra of talent that kind of go ebbs and flows through
yeah,
everything. So when I was reading your script and reading the words, this is how I saw that. And then part of it is voice actors too. Like
mm,
your friends do Mitchell and the
mm-hmm.
mayor.
And the
And
mayor, yeah,
so,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, there's that type of stuff too that kind of goes, it's crazy. But thank you so much for the compliment. But again, let's think about the source material too and the black and white words too.
mm-hmm,
I mean,
mm-hmm,
you got to give yourself a little bit of pat on the back for the layering of the characters that's there that we don't even get a chance to talk about much on the stream. And we try to, and it slowly gets revealed over time. At this point, hopefully, if we ever get a full team, we could do a whole, season. But we'll keep on trucking away on this stuff. But Vale, boy, Mitchell's backstory, as you and I kind of talked about
yeah.
in
We
in
have,
past
yeah,
talks, for
yeah,
example,
yeah.
you know,
I mean, it's there. It's all archived on YouTube. But I mean,
yeah,
I've
yeah,
lost track. We're over 400 episodes at this point. So
yeah. It's pretty crazy, man.
yeah, yeah. So good luck finding it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I can't wait when we're big time celebrities, winning Emmy awards and all that
Oh no,
stuff.
I don't want any of
And
that. I'm just happy,
and we have the
just the
money
doodling.
to hire an archivist to figure
Oh,
out all
okay.
this years of nonsense that we're doing, because I'm not going to read through all this nonsense and figure it out. But
I think personally, just between you and me, I think the closest hack we've got is the thumbnails kind of give you a hint of what we might talk about
yeah.
on some of the episodes. But boy, we do go off track a lot though too.
Oh
So
man.
it
Yeah.
is dealer's choice. You're right.
I
The
I try
archivist thing is by.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
try to, like, in the descriptions for each of the live streams provide some context for what's going on,
Yeah.
but yeah, we're all over the place, and there's subtleties. I mean, we rant and rave about stuff that doesn't have anything to do with Calamity Jane.
Hmm.
Um, uh, uh, but then we'll sneak in stuff about the cartoon like midstream,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be, over the 6 or so years that we've been doing this,
Hmm.
like, so many amazing archival, you know, bits here and there that I've certainly forgot about, and you've probably forgotten about too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and if someone were to, like, go through and collate all that and, like, here you go, I'd probably read through it. I'm like, oh, I don't remember saying that at all. That's weird.
But it's on
Wait,
YouTube, so
I really,
therefore,
I said I liked that movie. Man, what the hell was I thinking?
But, that's why we always put the asterisk. We're hypocrites.
Oh yeah, no,
We always,
100%.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I
That's
don't.
our, yeah,
Yeah,
that's our get out of jail free card.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, so yeah, I guess we'll wrap it there. We've been going for a good bit. If you want to, head on over to calamityjane.rocks. It'll take you to our Patreon site. You can become a subscriber and help us make this cartoon a reality. You already know we're on Facebook or YouTube because you're watching the stream right now. And we also have an Instagram at calamityjanesalamander. It's just another place where we post updates about the show, so you can check us out there. But let me check my calendar. Let's see if I'll be around next Monday. I think I will be. Uh, Indeed, I will. So assuming you don't have any amazing plans for the 24th, I'd say we'll be back
Mm.
next week.
Yep.
Great. And until then, have a great night, everybody, and stay safe out there.
Good night.